Inventor Robert Hurley has filed a patent application for the Pocket Protector. This is a device designed for carrying ink pens in shirt pockets. Hurley has been awarded U.S. patent number 2,417,786 for his pocket shield or protector. We'll see how well that goes over. Today, a military coup d'etat in Argentina ousted President Ramon Castillo, who had insisted on strict neutrality during the current conflict, and continued to maintain diplomatic relations with Axis powers. Castillo fled from Buenos Aires to a warship and has resigned the next day, surrendering the military forces at La Plata, and General Antonio Rawson has been installed as president of Argentina. Died U.S. Army Major General Kermit Roosevelt, son of the late Teddy Roosevelt, president. Kermit Roosevelt was 53 years old. He was an American explorer and author, and son, as I said, of U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt. Major Roosevelt apparently died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound while serving in Alaska at Fort Richardson. Pierre Laval, the puppet chief of government for Vichy France, Nazi unoccupied France, has told his countrymen in a radio broadcast that an additional 200,000 Frenchmen will be sent to Germany to assist with German war production. A squad of chemical warfare soldiers, making sure the wind was away from speculators, exported small vials of mustard, chloroportine, lewisite, and phosphine gases in a simulated air raid in New York to test the city's ability of civil defense in case the Nazis resort to such a drastically dangerous chemical agent in their war against the democracies. Today, Ohio University student Paul Newman has enlisted in the U.S. Navy 4 days before his 18th birthday. Yes, young Paul Newman was called up for active duty. Young Paul Newman says he aspires to become, and get this, an Oscar-winning film star. Yes, he's nicknamed Gus Newman. He's enrolled in the pilot training program, but was soon kicked out because it was discovered that he was colorblind. Good luck to Paul Newman. Perhaps after the war we'll be able to see him in some of the latest Hollywood pictures. This just in, General Antonio Rawson has decided not to take office as president of Argentina after all, after failing to get support from officers, and yielded to General Pedro Ramirez, who has continued as president under Argentina's neutrality policies. And this news from the Pacific Front: ammunition in the magazine on the Japanese battleship Mutsu has exploded during extremely hot weather while the ship was anchored in the harbor as Hashirama. Reportedly, over 1,200 people were killed, including over 1,100 people of the 1,400-member crew. The point-blank direction was issued by the combined chiefs of staff of Allied powers today in order to implement Operation Point Blank, the code name of the constant combined bomber offensive, has as a goal the highest priority targets to be destroying Germany's aircraft industry, followed by producers of ball bearings, petroleum, grinding wheels, and abrasives. The U.S. Air Force has bombed Germany during the daylight for the past few months, with the UK's Royal Air Force Bomber Command conducting heavier bombing at night. This just in, Germany and Italy have given diplomatic recognition to the new government of Argentina, the only nation in the Western Hemisphere that still maintains relations with the Axis powers. This night, however, the new regime of General Ramirez has decreed that German, Italian, and Japanese personnel would no longer have permission to transmit up to 100 words in code to their capitals, a privilege that had been extended back in December. The U.S. and the U.K. have given recognition to the Ramirez government despite their connections to the Nazis. And finally, the Berlin Gemeindescheid, the last Jewish hospital in the German capital, has closed, and its 200 employees and 300 patients were sent to Theresienstadt, a internment camp outside the city. And this concludes our news at 4 o'clock. The time now is 4:02 on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. The temperature is a balmy 82 degrees, low humidity, just a few white clouds in the sky. Our weathermen tell us tomorrow we may have scattered storms, be more unsettled than today. I see my engineer, Mr. Eckert, has returned. Yes, Maestro, are you looking at some of our music you might want to play? play or perhaps a radio show or a serial.